Hi, Dr. Margot here again. In our last video, we talked about the energy channels in the body, the front and the back channels, and the six channels that begin and end in the hands, and the six channels that begin and end in the feet. So the 14 energy channels that your body has to enable flow of energy and keep you alive throughout your entire life. So what we're going to move on to now is the actual 5-element healing. So we're talking about 5-element healing, and the ancient Chinese discovered that our body energy and the universal energy is all connected to our heart energy, and they found a way to connect heart energy with the rest of our body for optimum health and energy flow. So if you imagine a blocked pipe, there is no flow of water or whatever you're passing through it, and our body is the same. We have all these energy channels which are like pipes, and we need to keep them flowing so that the messages from the bottom half of our body can be taken to the top and vice versa, and everything is in harmony. Okay, so what I've done is I've drawn a diagram here. So I want you to understand that this is a cornerstone of Chinese medicine, the 5-element theory, where the energy of the body is connected to the energy of the heart, and that we can learn through learning this system how to open up our channels and keep them open. So there are 5 elements in Feng Shui which are used and in outer environmental studies, and also, believe it or not, these elements are represented within your own body. So it's an internal-external combination of these elements that the Chinese realize are so important. So the elements are wood, fire, earth, metal, and water. Okay? Now, there are 5 emotions in our body that are connected to these elements, and the Chinese work this out, and these elements are also connected to organ systems in our body. Okay? So the positive emotions that are connected to these elements are as follows. Wood is connected to happiness. Fire is connected to joy. Earth is connected to peace and groundedness. Metal is connected to contentment, and water is connected to the emotion of thankfulness and gratitude. And if the body is in a negative state of mind, the positive emotions are not flowing, happiness to joy, to peace and groundedness, to contentment, to thankfulness and gratitude, that is a balanced body system. If we start being stressed by our environment, or have a difficult relationship, or problems that are upsetting us in life, and we become used to feeling negative emotions, then this cycle is totally disrupted and flows adversely. So the negative emotions that are as well connected to these body systems and elements, the negative emotions, wood is connected to anger, fire is connected to hatred, earth is connected to worry and overthinking, metal is connected to sadness and depression, water is connected to fear. And fear is highly relevant right now in this time of massive flux with the COVID-19 outbreak around the world. So your kidneys are struggling if you do feel fear right now. Okay? So what our entire aim in Qigong and in this exercise that I'm teaching you, the 5 elements healing, is to get our thoughts and our emotions away from the negative anger, hatred, worry and overthinking, sadness and depression, fear, into the positive emotions of happiness, joy, peace and groundedness, contentment, and thankfulness and gratitude. Now, the Chinese also realized that each element and each emotion was connected to an organ system of the body. Okay, so now we're going to introduce the organ systems. So wood is represented by the liver. So when you think of your liver, I want you to think of wood, okay? So think of green, think of trees, leaves, anything to do with woods, okay? So the liver system is represented by the element wood, and the element fire resides in your heart, okay? So your heart, I want you to imagine the color rose pink. When you think about your heart, it should be rose pink. Rose pink is the emotion of joy, okay? The heart system is represented by fire. Earth is represented by the pancreas, the stomach, and the triple heaters, which are systems of energy which connect between your lower half and your upper half of your body. There's lower, middle, and upper triple heaters. So stomach, pancreas, and triple heater system is earth, and I want you to think of yellow. I didn't have a yellow pen when I drew this, but you wouldn't have probably been able to visualize it. So imagine earth as yellow, yellow soil, yellow flowers, and just think of this system as earth, okay? And then the next system is metal, and metal is in the lung system. It's represented by the lung system. So this is important for you when we're thinking about COVID-19 and people who have problems breathing and problems with the respiratory system. Metal resides in the lungs, and I want you to think of white, okay? Think of white metal like platinum. Just think of white when you think of the lungs, okay? So contentment resides in the lungs, and this area is white. And the final system is the kidney system, and that's represented by the element water. So your kidneys, they flush fluids, they remove toxins, so think of water when you think of your kidneys. And I want you to think of dark blue, the colour dark blue, when you're thinking about your kidneys, okay? So this is the 5-element healing, and our goal in the exercises that we're going to do in Qigong following this that I talked about in the last video are connecting all of these organ systems to the elements and to the positive emotions. We're going to focus on the positive emotions, and that is therefore automatically going to remove the negative emotions, okay? So see you in the next video.